Well, guys, there's no other way to break it. A little bit of sour news to share with you guys regarding the state of Season 5 and the delay. The game obviously is now suffering another delay, which is almost, in a way, the thing they're most consistent at. Anyway, to help, I guess, dull or sweeten the mood, though, I do have some really good news to share. I'm officially 70 pounds down and also cancer-free. So I was a little bit nervous there when and got the results back today, and we're doing fantastic. So that's just one thing I want to share with you guys today. Let's get into the news. Season of the Guardian update. And we've got a lot to talk about because they're not giving us a new date, but they're talking about the implication plans, the changes that they've made. Now, greetings, adventurers. Thank you so much for playing Season of the Guardian PTR. To better address the feedback on the upgrade combat animation systems, as well as issues identified through the PTR and internal tests, Season 5 will be delayed. We appreciate your support, and we continue to resolve these issues and work together towards an even more enjoyable release. Stay tuned for an updated Season 5 release date in the near future. So here's how and actually I just want to say this, it's really good, like delays suck, but I'd rather them fix these issues. One of I think the common complaints that we see happen is that we're putting in that feedback to the PTR and the bugs still just roll into the release, and it's like, hey, we keep reporting this, are you seeing this? And I think this hopefully is a step in the right direction, and it does suck. I do tell you that. I'm really looking forward to that controller support. Anyway, here's how each feature has been reshaped in the PTR based off of y'all's feedback. For the Phoenix Amulet, many of you guys shared concern that the invulnerability perk would make healers and ranged DPS overpowered. Taking this feedback into consideration, we updated the Phoenix Vengeance perk so that when the player receives lethal damage, they will temporarily avoid death, becoming invulnerable for 4 seconds, and then die. Following a season or a second PTR release, which provided these changes, we received and acknowledged further feedback regarding the sustained interest and visibility of the perk with these modifications at play. As a response, we will take another pass at the design of the Phoenix Vengeance perk, but due to timing, we plan to release the further changes in an update following Season 5, and you can expect the following adjustments. Values are not final and subject to change. When you receive lethal damage, avoid death and regain 100% of your max health. You will then become inflicted with Vengeance. This reduces healing by 100% and deals 12% of your max health every second until you die or get a kill. Whoa, that's wild. Okay, what an interesting perk. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that change. For the Venom Spear, most feedback suggests the poison-tipped perk should only apply its damage over time effect on heavy melee attacks and more compelling risk versus reward combat. We agree with your sentiment. Now the perk will only apply to heavy melee based attacks. We will also saw recommendations to rebalance Venom Spear separately for PvP and PvE, as some of you felt that the dot effect for ranged attacks was balanced in PvE activities. However, we wanted to limit the amount of functional divergences between PvP and PvE, so we're likely going to consider adjusting the item's stats, such as damage percentage or the status effect duration instead. For the Nature's Wrath chestware, the Nature's Blessing perk split player opinion. It removes empower status effects, and in exchange, it will always be active based off the damage increase. This can be a trade-off or completely beneficial depending on the prevalence of empowers. For example, the spear and several empowers, which if combined equals 50% empower. And however, to achieve that 50% empower, you'll have to look at the maximum empower uptime. But with the artifact, you can swap your abilities and passives to obtain the additional damage without utilizing these empowers. You can then maximize bonus damage 100% of the time, unlike the base empowers, where it's only impossible as long as you use those abilities. There is, though there are cooldowns to consider. For now, we believe the artifact is powerful but not essential, as it has the added benefit of promoting different playstyles through trade-offs. Given the divided feedback, we will not make any changes on it for the time being, and we'll continue to monitor its usage to make revisions in the future as necessary. Now, regarding the upgraded combat and animation systems, it was apparent from your feedback following the first BTR update that some fine-tuning was needed with the upgrade combat animation system, aka the Slayer script. While your reports helped us identify many of the bugs and issues, we will continue to test and improve this system for Season 5. And for controller support, players noted some awkwardness with the current version of the controller support, specifically the preset controller layouts and the accessibility options. Although no major changes or updates will be coming with Season 5, we're going to continue to make improvements and to the controller experience, just like custom controller mapping, speech to text, and further updates. Honestly, really excited about that. That's kind of the disappointment. I want to go play I want to go play on the live servers, which nothing's really stopping me except for other games that I'm enjoying. But yeah, that controller support, it's so good that I'm really looking forward to it being fully in the game. For the cooking trade skill, as kind of the last item, we heard your feedback regarding the cooking trade skill changes. We made several adjustments to address two of the largest concerns: the increased amount of resources required to craft dishes and the fast depletion of fishing hotspots where legendary fish can be found. As such, cooking recipes will now require 3 materials for 3 dishes, opposed to 5 materials for 3 dishes, and the number of fish that can be caught from fishing hotspots has been increased. As a bonus, we've also decreased the respawn time for fishing hotspots. We will continue to gather feedback, so please keep this coming. We would also love to hear your thoughts as this new feedback article format. Thank you so much for your participation, and we'll see you in Eternum. So I think essentially in terms of that, I like this. I like that they're kind of sharing. I don't know. Their feedback with that they've received and what they plan to do about it. Obviously, one of the things you'll hear me say over and over and over and over again when it comes to this is communication is really key. Now, obviously, we're dealing with the frustration and the delays of the latest update for Season 5 with no ETA. Generally speaking, when we've seen this kind of delay in the past, it could mean a 1 to 2 week delay. I don't think they're going to miss March, but that could also then impact the June updates that they have planned to share with us, or we end up just having kind of a reduced Season 5 time. However, consistently we know that the developers, and I say this with love and very much respect because I really do think they are doing an incredible job, because I know how hard it is to do this kind of stuff. Yeah, like it sucks, you know, they're not happy about it. Nobody likes missing. When we miss on a sprint, you feel it. And thankfully we've only missed on one sprint, but we're not making a video game for my day job. I am making a video game, and I'm telling you guys all about that over on Ginger Prime, so you go check that out if you're interested in it. Lots of things to come, and so much more. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this news post. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you feel like it earns it, hit that like button. If you feel like it doesn't earn it, you can double tap that dislike button. That seems to work. And thank you so much for being here. If you want to get involved in the community, top link in the description will give the Discord, the podcasts, all the other content that I make here on YouTube. And thank you for your time today. Anyway, for Ginger Prime loves MMOs. It's a mouthful, but I really like it. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And until then, take care.